Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, the IIT Encoder. This is the current ongoing challenge in CodeChef, Code Fusion 20.9. This is the editorial of the second question, just find it. This question was pretty straightforward, just like the first question. You are given an array A of length n. You have to find the maximum sum of elements of the subarray between two nearest occurrences of same elements, excluding both. If both the elements are even, then the total number of even elements in the subarray should be even. Then and only then we consider that subarray. And if both the elements are odd, then the total number of odd elements in that subarray should be odd. Then and then we only consider as a subarray. So let me show you two things. The constraint on n is 2 into 10 raised to 5. That means the time complexity should be O n log n, preferably, or O n. This question has a time complexity of O n log n, by the way. And the constraint on AI is 10 raised to 8. So I'll explain to you the question. So what do we do? So we are given an, suppose we are given an array. Let me increase the size. A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 until AN. Okay. So what is the implementation of this question? So basically we check for A0, then we find the nearest neighbor which is equal to A0. Let's suppose that value is A5. Okay. So we need to find this in log n time or a constant time. In my solution I have done it in log n time. I will show you the implementation soon. Now there are two cases. First, A0 is odd. If A0 is odd, then we need to count if A1, A2, A3, A4. How many are odd numbers? If there are only one odd number or there are three odd numbers, then we can consider this subarray. If there are not, then we can't. So let's suppose we consider this subarray. Then our sum is A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4. And if A0 is even, then there should be an even number of even numbers. So we check the number of even numbers among A1, A2, A3 and A4. And if the number of even numbers are even, then we consider this subarray. And we take a variable max, initialize it to 0, and whenever this sum exceeds max, we change the value of max to the sum. So we just need to do this for all the elements. And suppose if A0 has no nearest neighbor, then instead of pointing to A5, it will point to the end of the array, and hence we won't consider this subarray. So now I hope you understood this code. It's pretty straightforward. The time complexity is O, I will write it, n log n. So now I will walk you through my code. Okay, so this is my code. So what do we do? Okay, wait. Let me explain you one thing. This pre-compute and range sum, I forgot to do this. So basically, okay, wait. Yeah. So what do we do? So given an array, we need to compute the range of sums. Suppose we need to compute the sum of the elements in this range. Okay, so what can we do to find this in O1 time is basically create a prefix sum array. Prefix sum array. So in the prefix sum array, the value of P of I will be sigma I equal to 0 to I j equal to 0 to I, arr of j. So, and whenever we need to find the value of a range, we simply check if the starting node is 0, then we simply print out prefix of j, and if it is something else, then we print out prefix of j minus prefix of I. Okay, like you got my point, I guess. This is how we calculate the prefix sum of the elements in a particular range. Similarly, using the logic, we can count the number of odd numbers in a prefix, and whenever we need, we can print out p of I minus p of j to get the odd numbers in a particular range or even numbers in a particular range. So in that way, we can just find the, suppose we are at this position, we can simply find its closest neighbor in log n time by using the vector upper bound function. Then we can compute this sum in O1 time. We can compute the number of, if it is odd, we can compute the number of odd numbers in this range in O1 time, and hence our solution will be n log n time. So let me show you the code. So there is a function precompute. It takes in the arguments as r, n, and prefix sum, and it just fills the prefix sum array. There is a range sum of long n type. So if I is equal to 0, it returns pre of j, and otherwise it returns pre of j minus pre of I minus 1, as I told you. Now what do we do inside the code is, we first take the number of test cases, then we take the number of numbers, then we make an arr and a vector. This vector has both the location and the number. We scan the number from the input, we push it back into the array and in the vector. Now we sort the given vector so that we can perform binary search on it. Now we take a prefix sum array and we pre-compute, like fill the prefix sum array. We take two parity arrays, one for odd, one for even. We initialize the number of numbers with parity odd 0, parity even 0. If the number's parity is odd, then we increase sum. If parity is even, we increase even. And parity of I is equal to sum, and parity of odd equals sum, and parity of even is also sum 1. So the parity of I contains the number of numbers that are odd from in the range 0 to I, where I is inclusive. Same for parity 1. Next we take long int temp sum and long int max. Max is our answer. We iterate through all the numbers and we form a pair of arr of I comma I and form upper bound function. I have explained my upper bound function in another video. So the upper bound function basically gives us the number which has the same value as arr of I, and just I is greater. If no such number is found, it returns vector.end, and then we do I plus plus and continue. Also, if the difference between the number returned, like the index of the number returned and this I is only 1, that means there are no numbers between these two numbers, then we do I plus plus and continue. Otherwise, if it arrow first is equal to arrow 5, that means the numbers are equal, this is the closest neighbor. Then we check for the number of odd numbers in it, number of even numbers in the array, and if the number is odd and the number of odd numbers in it are odd, then we do a range sum query and get the temporary sum. If this is greater than max, then we assign max to it. Same we repeat if the number is even and the number of even numbers in the subarray is even, and we repeat this. Finally, we print our max. As you can see, this passes all the test cases in the time limit. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Please do like, share and subscribe, and if you have any doubts or requests, please do leave it in the comment section. Thank you.